Chantel Everett's journey has never been simple. From the moment she stepped onto television screens as a young woman in love, audiences around the world watched her navigate cultural clashes, family conflicts, public scrutiny, heartbreak, and personal growth. Her story, first introduced through 90-Day Fiancé, quickly evolved into something much larger than a reality TV romance. It became a public chronicle of love under pressure. Now, Chantel Everett is once again making headlines, this time for a reason that signals hope, healing, and a bold new beginning. She is engaged to Ashley Bowen. The news has sparked widespread conversation among fans of the franchise. Some are surprised, some are thrilled, others are curious about what this engagement means for Chantel, especially after the very public end of her previous marriage. But for Chantel, this engagement is not just a headline. It is the culmination of years of emotional growth, self-discovery, and learning what she truly wants from love. To understand the significance of this moment, it is important to look back at where Chantel started and how far she has come. Chantel Everett first became a household name when she appeared on 90-Day Fiancé alongside Pedro Jimeno. Their cross-cultural relationship captivated viewers, but it also exposed deep fractures, particularly involving family dynamics, trust issues, and communication breakdowns. Chantel's life was no longer private. It unfolded episode by episode, debate by debate, meme by meme. Over time, Chantel became known for her composure under pressure, her emotional honesty, and her resilience. While many reality TV relationships fade quickly, hers grew into a marriage and later into a spin-off series, The Family Chantel. The show offered an even closer look at her life, her ambitions, and her struggles. Yet fame came with a cost. The dissolution of her marriage was painful and highly publicized. Fans dissected every interaction, every rumor, and every social media post. Chantel herself had to grieve not only the end of a relationship, but also the loss of a future she once believed in. After the divorce, Chantel stepped back. She focused on her career, her independence, and her emotional well-being. Many wondered whether she would ever trust love again, especially in the public eye. That is what makes this engagement so meaningful. Ashley Bowen is not entirely unknown to reality TV audiences, but his connection with Chantel represents something entirely new. Unlike Chantel's previous relationship, which began with intense passion and immediate commitment, her bond with Ashley appears to have grown more quietly, more thoughtfully. Ashley Bowen is often described by those close to the couple as grounded, supportive, and emotionally present. Friends say he brings a sense of calm into Chantel's life, a stark contrast to the chaos she once endured. While Chantel has not rushed to share every detail publicly, the engagement itself speaks volumes. It suggests intention, stability, confidence. For Chantel, choosing to say yes again is not about repeating the past. It is about honoring who she has become. When news of the engagement broke, reactions flooded in almost instantly. Social media platforms buzzed with speculation and celebration. Longtime fans expressed relief at seeing Chantel happy again. Others praised her for taking her time and prioritizing her growth before committing once more. The engagement did not feel impulsive. It felt earned. According to sources close to the couple, Ashley proposed in an intimate setting, away from cameras and spectacle. This detail alone marks a shift. Chantel, once surrounded by producers and storylines, chose a moment that belonged only to them. It was not about ratings, it was about love. What stands out most about Chantel's engagement to Ashley Bowen is the emotional maturity behind it. She is no longer the woman navigating love for the first time on television. She is a woman who has experienced loss, learned boundaries, and discovered her own strength. This engagement represents healing, not just from heartbreak, but from the pressure of living her life for an audience. Chantel has learned that love does not need to be loud to be real. It does not need conflict to be passionate, and it certainly does not need constant validation to survive. Ashley Bowen appears to understand this version of Chantel, the woman she is now, not the character people once projected onto her. Chantel Everett steps into this new chapter. Questions remain. Will the engagement be featured on television? Will fans get a glimpse into their life together? Or will Chantel choose to protect this relationship from the spotlight that once consumed her? For now, one thing is clear. Chantel Everett is engaged and she is moving forward on her own terms. This is not just another reality TV update. It is a story of resilience, a story of choosing love again, a story that is still unfolding. Chantel Everett did not arrive at this engagement by accident. Every step that led her to Ashley Bowen was shaped by lessons learned the hard way. After the end of her marriage, Chantel entered a period of deep reflection. For the first time since becoming a public figure, she was forced to ask herself difficult questions. Questions that had nothing to do with television contracts or audience expectations. Who was she without the noise? What did she truly want from a partner? And, most importantly, what kind of love would she no longer accept? The aftermath of her divorce was not easy. Chantel had to rebuild her sense of identity outside of being part of a couple. For years, her story had been intertwined with conflict, family disagreements, cultural misunderstandings, and constant public judgment. When that chapter closed, it left behind both freedom and loneliness. Healing, she learned, was not linear. In the months following her divorce, Chantel focused heavily on her career and personal goals. She leaned into her professional life, reestablishing herself as an individual rather than a reality TV persona defined by relationship drama. Friends close to her noted a shift in her energy. She became more selective with her time, more protective of her peace. Chantel stopped explaining herself to the world. This period of independence was crucial. It allowed her to reconnect with her values and redefine what partnership meant to her. No longer was love about proving something to her family, to viewers, or to critics. Love became about safety, respect, and emotional consistency. It was during this phase of self-reclamation that Ashley Bowen entered her life. Unlike the whirlwind romance that once brought Chantel into the spotlight, her relationship with Ashley Bowen unfolded slowly. There were no dramatic announcements, no immediate public appearances, and no rushed declarations. Instead, their bond developed in private conversations, shared routines, and mutual understanding. Ashley did not approach Chantel as a celebrity. He approached her as a woman who had been through a lot. Those close to the couple describe Ashley as patient and emotionally intelligent, someone who listens more than he speaks. This quality resonated deeply with Chantel, who had spent years defending herself and navigating constant conflict. With Ashley, there was no need to perform or explain her past. He accepted it. That acceptance became the foundation of their relationship. Trust was perhaps the hardest thing for Chantel to regain. After experiencing betrayal and public scrutiny, she was understandably guarded. She took her time observing Ashley's actions rather than relying on words alone. Consistency mattered more than charm. Ashley showed up, again and again. He respected her boundaries, supported her ambitions, and never rushed her healing process. Slowly, Chantel allowed herself to believe in love again. Not the dramatic, all-consuming kind, but the steady, reassuring kind that grows stronger over time. For Chantel, this was new territory. One of the most striking aspects of Chantel and Ashley's relationship is how intentionally they kept it out of the spotlight. After years of living under constant observation, Chantel made a conscious decision to protect this love. She learned from experience that not every moment needs an audience. This choice signaled growth. Rather than inviting public opinion into her relationship, Chantel prioritized privacy. She understood that love does not need validation to be real. In fact, sometimes it flourishes best away from judgment and speculation. Ashley supported this decision wholeheartedly. There was no pressure to monetize their relationship or turn it into content. What they built together belonged to them. When Ashley Bowen proposed, it was not a grand spectacle designed for headlines. It was personal, thoughtful, and deeply symbolic. The proposal reflected everything their relationship stood for: intentionality, respect, and emotional security. For Chantel, saying yes was not about erasing her past. It was about honoring her growth. She was no longer afraid of loving again because she trusted herself more than ever before. She trusted her judgment, her instincts, and her ability to walk away if necessary. This confidence transformed the engagement into something powerful. It was not a leap of faith, it was a step forward. News of the engagement spread. Fans reacted with a mix of excitement and curiosity. Many expressed happiness at seeing Chantel smile again. Others praised her for choosing a partner who seemed aligned with her evolved sense of self. Yet, Chantel remained grounded. She did not rush to explain her happiness to the world. She allowed herself to enjoy the moment privately, surrounded by those who truly knew her journey. For once, the most important voices were not online. They were right beside her. With this engagement, Chantel Everett is redefining what the future looks like for her. It is no longer centered around chaos or proving resilience through struggle. Instead, it is about peace, partnership, and mutual growth. Ashley Bowen is not a replacement for the past. He is a companion for the future. Together, they are building something intentional, something shaped by lessons learned and boundaries respected. Chantel's story is no longer about surviving love gone wrong. It is about choosing love done right, and this journey is far from over.